You mentioned something to me that inspired me. You said something along the line, which I totally related with, and it was something along the lines of when you're when things aren't going well, you're really at your best. Or and I'm paraphrasing, so I'm going to allow you to say it in your own words.
Yeah, I said, it's interesting because Holly, my wife, and I, we've been married for 33 years, I think, and we're polar opposites. Uh, she can tend to get a little freaked out by things, and I'm just the opposite. I take off my gloves and I say, let's do this. I'll fight 18 hours a day. And I know some other people in this business that do the same and really work hard. So when this all started happening, I really came together, because if it isn't very demanding, I'm far too off the charts for it to get my attention, to get down and drill into the detail. I'll look at the flash reports from my accountant, and I'll look at the management reports. I'll ask Mark and Jenna for numbers on things that are going on and with the people, production, all that, productivity, client counts, average ticket, which is up now by about 33%. I'll find out all those sort of things. But when it comes to really the day-to-day of it, I like to be fighting. And I have to be careful, because that's how I ended up having 6 locations and 187 employees when I was, in my mid-30s. That was great. That was fun. And I made a lot of money, and the business sold profitably. But at the end of the day, I really overdid it. I mean, I had 2 schools, 4 salons, 2 small children. We were married, and I had a product company. I was flying all over the place. So I do like to fight, but sometimes you have to understand how to pull back and really understand, what are you good at and what are you passionate about? I'm really passionate about fighting the fight, but I'm not passionate about getting in and having to do the detail every day. That's just not me. And one thing that I've also said about fighting the fight and understanding, look, chaos creates massive opportunities. When the federal government said they were turning on the fire hose of finance, they blew the money out, starting with this $3 trillion. I know enough from being in business for 43 years that there's a ton of money flying, and I'm going to grab my share to protect my people. And that's part of the focus about what's going on in the chaos. To not focus on I wasn't focused on Holly was making sure I was washing my hands and wearing a mask. And she was helping me, don't do that. I was focused on, we need a war chest. We need to make sure we've got dry powder. We got a big fight to fight. This could go on for a while. It could get really deep and dark. So yeah, I mean, for me, I think that plays into people having the wisdom now I have the luxury of time to understand myself better and realize, what, I can let go of that, and I can let go of that. But when it comes to the hard fight of leadership, nobody can do it for you. You have to do the leadership yourself. You have to be able to call that final shot and take that responsibility. And I think I said to you yesterday, I don't know that, sometimes when I signed a lease here, I don't know how many millions and millions of dollars I signed on. I could calculate it, but it's big. Mm-hmm. So when someone goes out and opens their own salon, or somebody goes out and opens a suite and they become their own business, they sign a lease. And I don't know the numbers for that, but so you go from having a full-time job where this person or that person, maybe it's Sam, has taken care of all the details for you. And now you go from having a good job, every 2 weeks you get paid if you show up and you work, you have some benefits from it. And now all of a sudden you go directly into debt. You just bought yourself your own job. Because anybody can tell you, I don't care whether it's my friend Robert Cromings or Van or some of these people that have larger organizations. I've had a very large organization, before. You still work your butt off all the time, every day. So you buy yourself a job, and it can be a well-paying job, but just be ready, because you really have to love the zen of the fight. I don't mean to sound like it's an angry fight. To me, it's a zenful fight, and I welcome it. And as much as I hate to see the chaos, I believe in my bones, I deeply believe that there's so much opportunity, and that we are going to move forward, and this industry is going to rebalance, And there's going to be some really strong new things that are going to come out of it. And some people that have been really beat up and hurt the most, they're going to come back and be the strongest, and they're going to do great things.